Some disabilities are mild in a sense that the person who lives with this disability is able to do a lot of things and maneuver around on their own, and therefore they're almost self-sufficient without really needing an extra hand. Others, though, come with lots of complications that actually make the person who has this disability require an extra hand almost all the time for them to be able to be comfortable. And this is where a personal care attendant comes in. Hello everybody, and welcome to Naomi's all-inclusive world, where today I'll be sharing a thing or two about personal care attendants, who they are and exactly what they do. Now, a personal care attendant, like the name suggests, is an attendant, is someone who is here to help me because of my disability, or is here to stand in the place of my lack, if I can call it, because of the disability at hand. Say, for example, I happen to have a broken limb, a broken arm, and so on. A personal care attendant will be there to help me, say, for example, take my drink. Because my hand is in a cast, because my hand is broken, it might not be able to hold something well. And remember, sometimes when I'm not able to handle something well, me trying to do that is what has ended up resulting in other accidents. You hear of things like someone who had a broken hand ended up burning themselves with a fluid because the hand will not have a good grip, and they ended up like pouring the hot stuff on themselves, you know, and so on. So a personal care attendant comes in to help me in that area that I am now not able to be sufficient enough because of the disability that I am having. So personal care attendants help PWDs with food when eating. They help them take their medication. They help them in their sanitation. They help them also just maneuver around in the case of mobility challenges. And they also help them do their exercises that probably make them feel better, like stretching, like, moving around, especially when it comes to physical disabilities. Now, one of the things I need to mention here is when you see a PWD show up with an extra person, when you see a PWD show up with a person they refer to as, this is my personal care attendant, it's really not a luxury per se. It's really not like because they are lazy, because they cannot do this or that. It's because of the disability at hand. And it's required that we equally respect PWD's personal care attendants just the way we do the PWDs. These people also just are trying to help this person just because of the disability at hand. Personal care attendants are familiar with the PWD's daily routine, the PWD's lifestyle and so on. So before you think you want to help a personal care attendant, please ask them first. They know what they're doing. They know how to set up a PWD's wheelchair. They know how to fold it back when it's time to travel. They know how to, do all those things. So if you think you need to help the PWD at hand who probably has a personal care attendant, ask them first. They have a reason as to why they have this personal care attendant, and therefore it's only respectful that if you want to touch the PWD's gadgets, you want to get into their space, that you ask them. They're just doing their job. Thank you very much, guys. I thought I also just needed to mention something about the personal care attendants and who they are, and just what a good job they do, because they handle so many things from PWDs, including sometimes their random moods, their low moments and so on, and therefore they do a good job. And when you come across a PWD who will show up with a personal care attendant, remember to acknowledge them. Remember to tell them asante for the good job they're doing for their PWD. And remember, it's just not about probably the commission they're getting if they do. It's not about maybe the money they're getting, the privileges that include maybe traveling and so on that they get. They do a lot of work to just make PWDs comfortable. Asante. I hope that helps someone, and thanks for your time. Hit the subscribe button again if you haven't, and drop me that comment. Have you, like, in your life come across a PWD who was around with a personal care attendant? Did you know this, or are you hearing it for the first time? And just your take on the personal care attendants.